My father and my mother came to Saranac in 1958 and started as a pullet grower. My father's business grew to a point where one year in the early 70s he couldn't sell a pullet flock and he wound up getting into the egg business. So that's kind of how he really got started, and it's just kind of gone from there.
We grew up in a small facility. Example is right here where we're filming. We had little huts that we grew baby chicks in when I was a kid. So I've been in the chicken business for 55 years, almost all my life.
And in order to maintain that small family farm mentality as you grow as a company, you need to hire people with integrity and a strong work ethic. People who care from a stewardship standpoint about the environment, birds, employees, and equipment. People who share the vision of the founders and the owners.
I couldn't be happier with the team that we've put together. That's one of the things I consider one of my successes. That's been one of my lifelong goals, was to develop someone to do my job better than I can so that I can move to the next task.
At Herbruck's, we have the core family members, but we also have a terrific group of experts, highly trained and well taken care of, because we believe in training, trusting, and empowering people to be their very best. We're always open to learning from each other, the little things that can make a big difference.
I've had several producers over the years tour our facilities, shake their heads and say, my people could never do this.
Our business philosophy is to get the best customers that appreciate and expect these high standards, because their client, the family who is actually eating that egg, expects that. And then we develop long-term relationships with our customer. I mean, we've been with some of our customers for decades.
We're constantly striving to find a customer who is like-minded, someone who has high goals, high standards, and has high expectations as we do for ourselves. So when we find someone that has the same goals as we do, the same long-term thinking, then that's the kind of company we want to be a part of, because they will be here for a long time. And oftentimes these companies are growing companies. So when they're growing, we grow with them.
We're always looking for ways to do it better. We're looking for ways to do it more efficient. We're looking for ways to do it that consume less energy and consume less resources.
Innovation comes from my dad. He was a person who didn't know that it couldn't be done. And he ingrained that in all of us, to always strive to accomplish something that you first might think you can't do. And that's how we get up every morning and how we challenge our own staff members. You can do better, because we were always told we could do better.
You hear the word sustainable a lot these days. I think that word can have many different meanings. For us at Herbruck's, it begins by being a good neighbor in our community, working to always leave the smallest footprint possible as we work with our clients and suppliers outside our community, and ensuring the next generation of Herbruck's leadership continues this tradition.
Where we really set ourselves apart is the manure to fertilizer story, and that is something that is vastly different in the way we do things. Bird waste is collected on conveyor belts beneath the hen living spaces. It then travels upward until it is on top of the hen spaces, where the main ventilation system continuously moves air over the waste. This constantly moving air not only provides a more comfortable environment for the birds and bird caretakers, but also functions to dehydrate the waste into a dry product. For 3 days, the manure moves through the air exit pathway. It is also exposed to the radiant heat generated in the concrete floors. Again, this heat serves a dual purpose, as it provides uniform warmth in the winter months to both assist drying the manure and keep the hens and human caretakers in a warm, dry, healthy workspace. At the end of the drying process, the waste is transferred via conveyor belts out of the hen house. Because this whole process takes only 3 days, there are very few flies, and there is no odor because the manure is dry and has been removed from the house. From the hen house, the waste is automatically transferred to the manure storage building, where it is processed and compressed into pellets. The heat generated during this process sanitizes the manure and reduces the storage space required for the waste by over 60% versus the loose waste. The result is an organic, nutrient-rich product that we market and sell to farmers for use as fertilizer. So I grew up on this farm where we're standing today, and things have changed a lot over these years. The technology that we have today in an egg grading machine is something that we could have never conceived of when I was just a little guy growing up here. And what we do in just an hour now used to take us more than a day. So in our world, we need a lot of help when it comes to having this type of technology. It really comes down to a partnership, and our relationships with MOBA or other vendors, they're a long-term relationship because we've been around for a long time. It's a family business, and now we're into our 4th generation. And we hope to continue all these relationships and get a level of support, and we really experienced that with MOBA. We're producing between 6 and 7 million eggs a day right now. So we do a lot of specialty eggs. We do egg products as well, but we specialize in cage-free types of eggs, organic types of eggs, as well as conventional types of eggs for food service and for retail. So the mobile machines are awesome machines. We have several of them in operation now, and we're doing a lot of different varieties of packs, a lot of different varieties of eggs coming into the machine. Sometimes it's nutrient-enhanced type of an egg. Sometimes it might be an organic, a cage-free, or a conventional. So the varieties are all over the place with many different brands coming off of the machine at the same time. So the mobile machine has to be able to identify all those different things and then have the flexibility to be able to put the eggs in the right style packaging that we need them to.
It comes down to doing the right thing. That's really what it's all about. We strive to get better in every aspect of our business and to leave the world a better place for our children.